What's going on, folks? Ted from Immersion here, and let's talk about factions of the realms. This comes to us in Forgotten Realms, Heroes of Faerun. It's probably going to be the last video, at least for a little while, that I make on this particular book, as I've pretty much covered everything that I want to cover, though if there's something else specific that you guys want to see me cover related to this book, let me know. This is actually an instance of that. One of you had suggested in the comments, hey, are you going to look at the factions chapter at all? And I wasn't actually planning to, but then it was brought to my attention that there are special facilities as part of this, as well as the concept of Renown, which was an old system that existed almost primarily for the purposes of the Adventurers League, but now has more, options for all of the factions listed in this book. And there's more than just the five most of you are probably thinking of. So anyway, if you like this kind of stuff and like to see whatever other kind of content I'm putting out there, consider subscribing to the channel. I actually have some giveaways that I'm going to kick off soon for the starter set, the Stranger Things box set. I have a couple copies of the Forgotten Realms books, as well as a digital copy as well to do a giveaway on. We might do the digital copy during a live stream, so be on the lookout for that. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive in. Here we go. So, Factions of the Realms. This really nice sort of tapestry-looking art piece here. And it talks about different faction descriptions, and then it says special facilities. The factions detailed in this chapter each include a special facility that members of the faction can add to their bastion. So this is going to kind of cover new bastions as well as the concept of renown. So we can see the attitudes of all the different factions here, right? F is considered friendly, H is considered hostile, I is considered indifferent. This is very roleplay heavy, so we're just going to move on to the Cult of the Dragon is up here first. So, see a bunch of artifacts here. They have different descriptions of the different groups. All right, what is renown? It says characters gain renown with the Cult of the Dragon by working with dragons or by completing quests for the cult. As their renown score increases, they get access to various perks, and that's basically going to be the same across the board. Obviously not tied to working with dragons, but all of the factions will have things you can do to increase your renown within them. And again, it says if your campaign doesn't use renown, the DM decides if and when the character earns these perks. Renown is as arbitrary as you want it to be, but let's see what it says. So for Cult of the Dragon, at your lowest score, they provide you poor lifestyle for free at their hideouts. Next up here at 5+, also I think the renown score totals are going to be the same for all of the different factions, so keep that in mind. But 5+ is you can hire Cult of the Dragon hirelings for half the usual cost. 10 is you receive the honorary rank of Dragonclaw. The first time your renown score reaches 10, the cult rewards you with one random uncommon magic item. At 15+, you're now considered a Dragon Wing. You can assign a squad of up to 6 cultists to perform any task that doesn't directly conflict with the cult's doctrine. Once you use this reward, you can't do so again until your renown score increases. 25+, you're now a Dragon Fang. You can request the aid of one cultist fanatic for a mission. Again, not until your renown score increases again. 30, the first time your renown score reaches 30, you get a rare magic item of your choice. Random rare magic item. 40+, you're now a Dragon Soul. You can call in a favor to make one specific humanoid, quote, disappear for 1d10 days. You must know the name of the target, but you do not need to know their location. You can't use this again until you increase your renown score again. And at 50+, you're now a wearer of the purple. All cultists obey your instruction and openly provide you information. In addition, you can request an audience with the cult's inner circle. Once you use this reward, you can't do so again. All right. And then it says member benefits for being a Cult of the Dragon. Tithing, you're expected to tithe to donate 100 GP or 10% of your monthly earnings. You can roll on the Cult of the Dragon trinket table that's here, and then you get a set of vestments. Also, some of them go through, efforts to become marked by the dragon. It gives you a couple options for what kind of dragon scars you could have. And their specific special facility is the Cult of the Dragon Archive, which gives you research helpful lore When you issue the research order to this facility, you commission the facility's hirelings to search the archive for lore. The work takes 7 days. The hireling gains knowledge as if they cast the legend lore spell. Uh, your Cult of the Dragon archive contains a collection of draconic lore. You have advantage on intelligence or religion, nature or religion checks you make in your bastion to take the study action to recall information about dragons, Tiamat, or the Cult of the Dragon. And then again, it has the opportunity to be enlarged to increase the size of the facility. We have the Emerald Enclave next here. Let's get down to the rewards. I think we're going to see a lot of similarities here, but you can hire Emerald Enclave hirelings for half the cost. You request a caretaker scout to accompany you on a journey to help you navigate, forage, and search. When you reach 10, you get to learn Druidic, which is pretty cool. Actually, that's not very common in a lot of ways. That's neat. 15 plus, you can buy common and uncommon potions and spell scrolls from the Emerald Enclave. 25 plus, if you or your companions are at risk of suffering from dehydration or malnutrition while within 10 miles of an Enclave site, caretakers bring you food and water to meet your needs. At 30, they provide you a D4 superior healing potions. At 40, your eyes turn bright green. Oh, so some of these are magical, which is kind of cool. Centaurs, treants, unicorns, and all beasts are friendly to you by default. It's pretty solid. And at 50, members of the Emerald Enclave openly share information with you. In addition, you can request a single audience with the 3. Okay, that's actually really cool. I'm glad that they're not just carbon copies of one another. See the trinket table. Their special facility is the Emerald Enclave Grove. Veteran agents create safe havens within trees, grass, and flowing water. Recruit, there's your option here, creature of nature. When you issue the recruit order to this facility, you can invite a creature from the Emerald Enclave Grove. Roll any die. If the number rolled is odd, the creature doesn't accept your invitation. If the number rolled is even, the creature accepts your invitation and moves into the grove for after 7 days. The hirelings care for the creature and perform the upkeep. And then here they count as a Bastion Defender. Your options are Shrub, Tree, Blink Dog, Centaur, Dryad, Myconid Adult, Myconid Sprout, Pixie, Satyr, Sprite, Treant, or Unicorn. Also, I love this piece of artwork. All right, Harpers. Let's see what the Harpers have going here. All right. We have personas, right? We talked a little bit about personas. I think at one point we're talking about how they have different like identities to just fall back on. All right, Renown. 3 plus, you can stay in any Harper stronghold and you have a modest lifestyle for free. 5 plus, buy common potions and scrolls at Harper strongholds. 10, you learn a persona from that table. 15 plus, you receive a 15% discount when you buy potions, scrolls, and adventuring gears at any Harper strongholds. 25, you receive a Harper pin silver, which again we may or may not have talked about by the time you see this video. I don't think so. That'll be coming in a future video from Adventures in Faerun. 30 plus, when you enter a settlement for the first time, local Harpers freely share any notable rumors and intel with you. 40, you get a golden Harper pin and learn an additional persona. And at 50, you can request an audience with the high Harpers. Your thing at level 5 facility is the Harper Hideout. You have a safe house hidden near your bastion and connected to it by a tunnel no more than a quarter mile in length. Your hirelings maintain the hideout using a cover identity that doesn't link them to your bastion. Hideout defenses. Your Harper Hideout is constantly protected by the Alarm spell. At level 9, your Harper Hideout can be connected to your facility via a magical doorway instead of a tunnel. Anyone passing through the door from the Harper Hideout emerges from a specific door in your bastion or vice versa. And the Harper Hideout can be located anywhere within 100 miles of the bastion. 13, it can be located anywhere in Faerun. And at 17, it can work across multiverse. Pretty sick, actually. Empower Harper training. When you issue the Empower order to the facility's hirelings extend an invitation to another Harper agent nearby. Roll any die if it's odd. No Harper agent needs your facility and gain no benefit. If it's roll even, you get a friendly Harper agent to take up residence. They stay for 7 days. While there, any character who trains with them for at least 8 hours on each of those days gains proficiency in one of the following skills: deception, investigation, or performance, and that lasts only for 7 days. The Lord's Alliance. Let's see. All right. Nobles from Anfield, Daggerford, and Yartar are friendly to you by default. 5 is while you're in an alliance settlement whose nobles are friendly to you by default, you can buy potions and spell scrolls from an alliance quartermaster at a 10% discount. Spell scroll bought through this discount can contain a spell of level 3 or lower. At 10, you're given one uncommon magic item, one random one, by the way. 15 plus, nobles from Long Saddle, Mirabar, and Neverwinter are friendly to you by default. 25 plus, you can enlist a spellcaster to cast Sending for free, as long as you target an alliance representative and you're in an alliance settlement. 30 plus, nobles from Baldur's Gate, Mithril Hall, Silvery Moon, and Waterdeep are friendly to you by default. At 40, you get a one rare magic item at random. And at 50, you can request an audience with a representative, any representative of the Lord Alliance. In addition, you can request a detail of up to 3 knights to accompany you for one mission. All right, and your special facility is a level 9 facility called the Lord's Alliance Noble Residence. After spending a long rest in the noble residence, you gain heroic inspiration and recruit a visiting noble. When you issue the recruit order to your Lord's Alliance noble residence, you can forgo sleeping in it for 14 days and instead make it available to a noble from a settlement that is a member of the Lord's Alliance. Roll any die. If it's odd, they don't accept. If it's even, they do and arrive within 7 days and stay for another 7. The visiting noble gossips about events and inhabitants in their home settlement, revealing to you the location of any creature familiar to you if that creature is within 50 miles of the settlement from which the noble has come, if that creature isn't hidden by magic, and if that creature isn't confined to a location that the DM deems beyond the noble's ability to know. The noble knows the location of the individual. They also tell you where the creature was for the 7 days prior to the noble's departure from your bastion. All right, Order of the Gauntlet. At level 3, you can stay freely at any chapter of Order of the Gauntlet with a modest lifestyle. 5, you earn the honorary title of Knight of the Guard. Patron priests of any temple or shrine of Helm, Hor, Tor, or Tyr are friendly to you. At 10, you're gifted a random magic item from the Armor, Ring, or Weapon category. 15 plus, you're now a Knight of the Banner. Spellcasters at any temple or shrine at which priests are friendly to you by default will cast level 2 or lower spells for you for free. 25 plus, when you visit a temple at which priests are friendly to you by default, you can enlist a D4 knights to aid you for 10 days. 30 plus, you earn the honorary title of Knight of Justice. Patrons and priests of any temple, shrine, or other established presence of a deity associated with a good aligned plane is now friendly to you. At 40, they get one rare magic item from Armor, Ring, or Weapon category. And at 50, you earn the honorary title of Chapter Knight. If one or more of your allies dies and the body is brought to the temple, agents of the order cast a resurrection targeting the deceased. It is free the first time you use it. On subsequent turns, you must provide the material components as usual. They have a level 9 Bastion facility called the Order of the Gauntlet Tournament Field. Your hireling is a knight whose alignment matches your own. If your bastion lacks facilities to house a knight, the knight secures accommodations in the inn or settlement closest to the bastion. It isn't a defender. If your bastion is attacked, the knight reduces by 1 the number of dice you roll. But if it's attacked, it reduces the number of dice you roll to determine how many defenders fail. Empower is hold tournament. When you issue the Empower order to this facility, you can host a tournament at your bastion. It takes 7 days for word of the tournament to spread to nearby settlements and another 7 for contestants to travel there. You must spend 2,000 gold pieces for prizes. At the conclusion of the tournament, your renown score increases by 1. All right, we have the Purple Dragon Knights. Where's my mouse? There it is. All right, level 3. Purple Dragon Knights provide you a comfortable lifestyle for free at Purplemont, the faction's fortress in Suzail. At 5, you can hire Cormyrian hirelings for half the cost as usual. 10 plus, the first time your renown score reaches to 10, you get an uncommon magic item from the armor or weapon category. They give you one. It doesn't say random. It says they give you one. 15 is you given an honorary Cormyrian knighthood. The royal family of Cormyr is friendly to you. 25, amethyst dragons are friendly to you by default. 30 plus, you can command a troop of a D6 knights to help you on a mission or complete one task that doesn't go against the Purple Dragon's core principles. 40 plus, you are trusted by the Purple Dragon Knight's Great Knight, who confides in you and provides information. And at 50, you are tasked to take care of an amethyst dragon egg until it hatches. Additionally, you can call on a high knight to perform a major favor for you, such as granting private audience with the royal family. Getting a dragon egg out of it's pretty sick. Your special facility is an Amethyst Dragon Den. Um, let's see. Okay. Empower psionic defenses. When you use the Empower order, latent draconic power fills the facility, allowing you to train in psionic combat. This training takes 8 hours per day for 7 days, with which you gain resistance to psychic damage that lasts for 7 days. Solid. All right, the Red Wizards. Level 3. You know the locations of Thayan enclaves around Faerun and can enter and stay in them, providing you a comfortable lifestyle for free. You can buy the following kinds of adventuring gear from Thayan merchants at half the cost: Arcane Focus, ink pen, paper, parchment, Potion of Healing, level 1 spell scrolls. Level 10, for the first time your noun score reaches 10, the Red Wizards give you an uncommon magic item from the Rod, Staff, or Wand category. 15, you have advantage on ability checks made to influence a creature while bartering to buy or sell a magic item. 25, you gain access to a tattoo artist who can ink Thayan spell tattoos on your body. See tattoo magic below. Okay, so there's something more that I missed. We'll make a separate short on this, but the first time your renown score reaches 30, you get a rare magic item from the Rod, Staff, Wand, or Wondrous item category. At 40, when preparing to cast a spell in a town or larger settlement, you can recruit a D4 mages to assist you for free. They arrive in a D10 days. And at 50, the Red Wizards give you a very rare magic item from their Rod, Staff, Wand, or Wondrous item category. All right, let's look what this tattoo magic is about. Tattoo magic. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're getting a whole new tattoo type in here. Red Wizards often adorn their bodies with tattoos. Many of these tattoos are decorative or symbolic, signifying, for example, a Red Wizard's allegiance to a particular Zolkir. However, there are magical tattoos called Thayan spell tattoos, which allow the wearer to cast the spell contained in the tattoo's ink. It is an uncommon, wondrous item that requires attunement. This magical tattoo contains the essence of a level 1 to 3 spell chosen by the tattoo's creator. While the tattoo is on your body, you always have the associated spell prepared, and you can cast it using any spell slots you have of the appropriate level. If you have the spellcasting or pack magic feature, the spell uses your spellcasting ability modifier. Otherwise, it's determined, or it's a DC 13 attack bonus 5. If your attunement to the tattoo ends, the tattoo vanishes. You can also cast the spell once without a spell slot and spell components. Once you cast it in this way, the tattoo vanishes. That kind of sucks. Like, you get to basically auto-prepare the spell, which is nice. But if you cast it from the tattoo for free, then the tattoo disappears, which is kind of a bummer. All right, the special facility is the Red Wizard Necropolis. Let's see. It lets you summon undead minions. Recruit undead defenders. Each time you issue the recruit action to this facility, up to 4 undead Bastion defenders are created to take shelter in the crypts and burial chambers of your Red Wizard Necropolis. You can issue the recruit order to this facility when it's fully occupied. Keep track of undead Bastion defenders you lose and deduct them from your Bastion defender roster. An undead Bastion defender returns to your Red Wizard Necropolis 14 days after being destroyed. Undead Bastion defenders can't return from being killed if the facility is shut down or fully occupied. Okay. What do we got? The Zhentarim. I think this might be the end here. The last one, the Zhentarim. All right. Renown. You have the honorary title of Fang. You can stay in the Zhentarim-controlled safe houses and inns, providing you a poor lifestyle for free. 5+, you can reliably sell stolen goods in settlements. At 10, you get a random uncommon magic item. 15, you're now considered a wolf, and you get a 10% discount when buying magic items, armor, adventuring gear, and weapons in Zhentarim-controlled markets. 25+, honorary title of Viper. In Zhentarim-controlled settlements, you have advantage on charisma intimidation checks to influence others. At 30, you are assigned a group of up to 6 spies to complete a task that doesn't interfere with the Zhentarim's business. Once you gain this reward, you can't do so till your renown score increases. In addition, the first time your renown score reaches 30, and R-Dragon gives you a Writ of Zhentarim insignia, which we'll see what that is. You earn at 40 the honorary title of R-Dragon and receive the authority and funds necessary to establish your own Zhentarim outpost. In addition, you can call on Zhentarim allied Beholder, wow, for help in a single mission. That's huge. And at 50+, you're now considered a Dreadlord. In addition, the first time your renown score reaches 50, Zhentarim agents cast the clone spell targeting you for free. Zhentarim insignia. Let's see. Many Zents decorate their cherished weapons and armor with ornamental accents. Zhentarim artisans craft and apply specific motif called Zhentarim insignias. These insignias must be authorized by a senior Zent of rank Viper or higher. Zents wear their insignias on their gear with great pride. Only Zhentarim affiliated artisans are permitted to apply an insignia. Work with your DM to determine what, if any, insignia your character has. The most common is a downward flying dragon, chasing an orb on a field of flames, which signifies an individual has completed the first successful job for the Zhentarim. Okay, so it doesn't actually do, I thought it might do something. It's just kind of a fun roleplay thing. And then their special facilities, a level 5 Zhentarim travel station. Your travel station includes temporary stabling facilities for 4 large creatures. 2 medium creatures occupy the same space as 1 large creature. The facility's hirelings look after these creatures. Long distance travel speed. Finishing a long rest in your bastion better prepares you for travel. Your group's maximum travel pace increases by 1 step, from slow to normal or from normal to fast. And research reconnaissance. When you issue the research order to this facility, you commission the Zhentarim travel station's hirelings to gather information that facilitate an upcoming journey. Takes 7 days, and for the duration of the journey, you have advantage on survival checks to forage or navigate. And I think everything else here, all these other factions are just sort of one-offs. They have some information. Some of them may have, like Aurora's Emporium's cheese bag contents, like little tables here, but for the most part, they're not going to have anything specific tied to them. I guess the Delvers maybe have access to some magic items. Yeah. So that's it. That is all of the sort of factions, which I very much like this. I think probably the most interesting thing is the framework of these and what you could do about developing your own versions of Renown systems for your own games, as well as the addition of additional Bastion options as well. Some of them were really cool. I really liked, obviously, the Purple Dragon Knights. I thought were really solid because obviously you get to have the Purple Dragon Egg, which is pretty solid as an option. You also are going to get, you get some magic items. You're considered a knight. And all amethyst dragons are friendly towards you. I like some of those that just have that kind of like, yeah, these things now just like treat you as a friend. I mean, the Order of the Gauntlet at the higher level getting a free resurrection was pretty nuts. The Harper pins are really solid. I also just really like the Emerald Enclave one, but that's just me and a tie to nature and kind of in my real life. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know your favorite faction and your favorite Bastion facility from this in the comments down below. And I'll see you all next time when we're going to jump back over to more Astarion's Book of Hungers.